Everybody, Ralph Havens here, Autoimmune Answers. And just about exactly 5 years ago, to the day, definitely to the month, we were scrambling. Jen and I were scrambling. We had sold our house in San Diego. We had bought this place up here in Maple Falls, just outside of Bellingham, close to Mount Baker, Washington. And Jen is very meticulous. She had packed and organized all of our stuff in these things called U boxes. They're big giant boxes where you can put all your stuff and then put them, a truck takes them up and then they store them until you need them. And so it had been in storage for like half a year as we were traveling around the upper Northwest here in the US, looking for where we were going to live. And we thought we had found it, a place with good water, good air, lots of forest, and a way to have a different life. We thought we were going to be doing homesteading and growing organic food and permaculture and all that kind of stuff. And we called this place Ralph and Jen's Healing and Transformation Space. And we thought there'd be people coming from around the area and hanging out with us and learning all of our cool energy medicine and matrix energetics and integrative manual therapy and medical intuitive training. And basically, we thought this is where we would be helping people get what they want in life, their health and their life. And but we were scrambling because we had hired some movers, some young guys, and they were all out here playing Frisbee in the yard. And Jen's parents were here and her aunt, and everybody's ready to move all of our stuff in. And Jen's dad and I had driven back and forth, probably about 45 minutes one way, back and forth with a couple of trucks to keep pulling these U boxes into the house, into the yard. And then Jen, when we were doing all that traveling, had put the keys to the U boxes. We had put locks on them, bought the locks, put them in, locked them all up, and put the keys for those months in the center console of our truck. And so there she was, pulling out the keys, ready to go. She's very organized, and none of the keys would fit in any of the locks. None of the keys. And all these guys were paying them money to like play Frisbee in our yard, and all of our stuff is in these big U boxes. So we were scrambling, running around to the neighbors. Our neighbors don't live that close to us. And we just, we had barely moved here. We didn't know them really. And luckily one of our neighbors was home and he had bolt cutters. So we cut the bolts to the locks and then moved all of our stuff in. And if you don't know the rest of that story, you can look at some of the videos, but the short version is, we ran into lots of hardship, lots and lots and lots of hardship. And I think, our actual stuff didn't even want to move in this house. And if I would have known all the stuff we would go through, all the pain and agony and beyond disruptions of our life, like the total breaking down of everything that I had thought I had built up for us, our money and everything, I definitely wouldn't have said, "Oh, I'll take that." But one thing I've realized, is more and more, one of the things I learned is this was our Jen and Ralph's healing and transformation space. It was for us. It was for us to clear even more stuff. And if I hadn't done that, I don't know if I'd have the life I have now, where I get to work with people all over the world and do these videos and learn a whole other level of how to go inside and trust your inner guidance and how to get healthy and how to help people get healthy and how to help people clear blocks to abundance and the lives that they want. And it's a great thing to do. And we realized we're not homesteaders. We're not permaculture farmers. We love them. We know lots of people out here and some great friends. And so we're so fortunate and happy that we came out here and found this place. But I wonder if the thing I'm going to show you in a little bit, how to check in on your own inner guidance and how to trust it and then how to just do it. If I would have checked in when we were going through so much trouble trying to sell our house in San Diego and it wasn't selling in a hot market, and we're like, what is that all about? And we thought it was about perseverance. We didn't even check in energetically to see, is this what the universe or God or our infinite versions of us want us to do? Is this the direction we're supposed to go? We didn't even check in, which is so funny because that's what I do now. But I don't think there's any mistakes, but it's kind of funny. So what do you do when you, how do you get things in life? You know, how do you get your health? How do you know which way to go? How do you know which healer to use, which coach to use, which training method to use, what business to go into, what work to do or what work to let go of, what direction to go, how to raise your kids, where to live, what to do? How do you know what to do? And can you trust it? And then once you know what to do, would you do it? Can you just do it? So one of the things that I did, I'm going to show you something, a way to do this. And right now in this video, just a little bit. And one of the things that I did recently, because we were selling our house. We're selling our house. It's time to move into town and live next to all these wonderful trails that are in town. There's great trails out here, but there's amazing trails in town. And then Ben can go to a school where we don't have to drive, 40 minutes one way every day, back and forth, over and over again, both of us driving in a lot. We decided, we're going to move into town. And we love Bellingham. And so we're like, okay, what are we going to do? We had the house for sale for a few weeks. And so I literally asked God, and, you could think God, the infinite spirit, whatever you want to use it. But I encourage you, if saying the word God pushes one of your buttons, there's a way to clear whatever that is in you that gets pushed. And then there's some really wonderful stuff that happens when you clear buttons like that. That's a whole other discussion. And we can, you can look at some of my videos about how to clear those buttons and why it's so important. But I asked God, I just prayed. I said, God, I will do anything you ask me to do. You know that. I will do anything you ask me to do. So please, I know you're guiding me. Please let me see your guidance and know what to do, because I'll do it. There's a story of in Yogananda's book, Autobiography of a Yogi, where this guy just wants awakening, just wants enlightenment. And he hears that there's this guy up in the Himalayas named Babaji. And he takes a lot of time to climb up and find Babaji. And Babaji is with his little band of enlightened beings that pop in and out of existence. And it's quite an amazing story if you read Autobiography of a Yogi, Yogananda's story. And so he gets up there and he says, Yogananda, he says, Babaji, I'll follow you. I just want to be enlightened. I'll do anything. And Babaji is like, I can't help you. I can't help you. I have nothing for you. I have nothing for you. You have wasted your time. You have wasted your life. And instantly, he just jumped. He said something about if you, I don't know the exact words of the story, but basically, you might as well kill yourself because I have nothing for you. And the only way you're going to show me that you're really serious is to just kill yourself. And he instantly, without thought, without judgment, without any kind of hesitation, he dives down and gets splattered all over the rocks and kills himself. And so Babaji and his band of Himalayan yogis, or whatever you want to call them, enlightened beings, go down, and he comes back to life, and then he gets to hang out with Babaji the rest of eternity. It's quite a story, huh? But there's something to that. Like if you knew what to do, would you jump? Would you just do it? Or would you have excuses and reasons you can and all sorts of stuff? Now, you don't want to be fooled, right? You don't want to be fooled. You don't want to just jump and like willy-nilly and like, oh, I had it wrong, right? So what can you do? So there's ways to clear the buttons in you so that you're really, really clear. So that you're really, really clear. And those buttons that cause angst, that cause road rage, that cause you to lash out against your spouse or your kids, or those buttons that really bug you about money or lack of money or your job or whatever it is, those buttons, there's a way to go deep inside to feel your body inside and to clear those buttons so that you can be clear. So when you get the guidance, you know it. And there's a way to get a database so you can tell what's valid information and maybe what's not. What's the truth for you and what's not the truth. So one way to do it is to just put your hand on your heart. And this is a really cool way to do it. And then just just say, my name is, and then say your name. Like I would say, my name is Ralph. and I would feel what happens to my heart. And then I would say maybe something like, my name is Mary. And I would feel what happens to my heart. My name is Raul. My name is Mary. I'm a man. I'm a girl. I'm a boy. I'm a guy. And see which one does different things to your heart. And then you can start to get a database. And then throughout the day, you can play with this, right? You can play with it when it doesn't matter a lot. Like parking space this way, or they'll go that way. And oh, look, there's a parking space. We've all done stuff like that probably. And go this way to work. You know what? I'll go this way to work. And just start to play with which way your heart tells you. Important to be neutral. Like if you care too much and you're too invested in the outcome, like this 5th glass of wine, yes or no? It's like, if you really, 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 really want that 5th glass of wine, it'll probably say yes. But if you want to say, am I neutral? I'm neutral now. It's like, okay, I feel neutral. The 5th glass of wine, maybe not now. The 1st glass of wine with friends, oh, that one feels good. So, something like that, where you start to get a database where you can start to trust this. And then you can start to jump and do things when you get the inner guidance. And then you can see what happens, the results. And sometimes it's a little funny. Like, you're like, oh, wow, that happened after I did that inner guidance and I got a yes. Why'd that happen? And then you kind of just check in again and keep going, kind of like a GPS that keeps telling you, turn left, turn right, turn around, those kind of things. And you'll start to trust this inner guidance. And then one of the things to consider, if you want, you don't have to, but if you knew what the universe or God or the infinite was telling you, the guidance, if you knew and you had a way to know that, oh, this is it, would you jump? Or would you hesitate? Or would you make excuses? Or would you say why you couldn't do it? Or would you figure out a different way to do it? Or think that maybe there was another plan that was better? It's okay to have other plans. I think there are no real mistakes possibly, right? But we had lots of hardship here in this house, and we fixed it. We spent a lot of money, $150,000 or so worth of money, spent a lot of time, and we made it a beautiful home, a beautiful house, lots of energy. I do Qigong every day. We raise beautiful kids. We have great neighbors right across the way. He actually built this railing for us. And there's been amazing people we've met, amazing miracles. And now it's time to move. And so I asked God, just tell me what to do. I'll do it. I'll do it in an instant. And that day, we got a message from our realtor that we got an offer for full price from people that had met before and had kind of like put a different price out. And we said, nah. And they went away for quite a few months, and they came back and like, we want the house. We want it fast. And we'll be closing in 30 days, less than 30 days now. So it was like, okay, I asked, and instantly I got this message, like, the house, we got an offer, and it's a great offer. Pretty good data, and I can check in and go, yeah, that feels good. And that's what Jen and I do. We, especially nowadays, if we get a few blocks here and there. We got one recently about whether we used a certain person for something that we're doing in business. And we got, no. And so I hope this helps you. Let me know what you think. Let me know what your inner guidance or God tells you. If you knew what to do and if you asked that question, like, just tell me and I'll do it. When you got the guidance, you know how it is. You get it on a bumper sticker or a truck with a billboard goes by, or somebody calls you in the next few minutes right after you ask your question to God. And sometimes you just know, right? You're like, oh, that's it. This is it. And then you can check in. Is it it? It's it. And then would you do it? So hope this helps. Let me know what you think. Hit like, subscribe, share, and wish us luck. We are about to do a massive packing. Jen's mom is coming. She always seems to come around times of doing work. Just how she rolls. And so she's going to be helping us out. And we're going to be leaving this place, which is beautiful. and going into Bellingham. Best little city on earth. All right. Bye, you guys.